بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. لله تبارك وتعالى. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. I praise Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. I thank Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. I ask Allah to raise the rank and the status of Sayyiduna Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, his family, his companions, and all those who follow them in excellence until the day of judgment. And I ask Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala to grant us the sincere and noble intentions. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. I'm doing several things. Inshallah, we're going to continue in our reading the book, A Blessed Valley. And we reached up to the house of Al-Haddad in the biography of Al-Imam Al-Qutb, Haddad Al-Qulub, Al-Imam Abdullah bin Alawi Al-Haddad, radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And you know how everyone has their favorites? Imam al-Haddad among the scholars is my favorite. SubhanAllah. He really, really, really has a tremendous influence on my life, on my thoughts, on how I go about things. Always has. And he has been my companion for 30 years or more, at least 30 years. SubhanAllah. His books have been like an opening for me and a comfort in some of the worst circumstances. SubhanAllah, Sayyidina Imam al-Haddad. One of my teachers, he said to me, he said, your route to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is through Imam al-Haddad. No one will interfere with that. I said, SubhanAllah. He said, your route to Allah is through Imam al-Haddad. No one will interfere with that. And it's been like that. SubhanAllah. His works, especially and English have not been served well enough. It's getting there, but we have a lot more to do. Imam al-Haddad was amazing. And what is unique is that he laid the path so we can do it. It's attainable. And from the basics, how to get to the advance, Imam al-Haddad just put that together in such an easy way. His works are like the works of Imam Nawawi in that he took advanced concepts and simplified them without losing their advanced elements. That's hard. He took advanced concepts, simplified them for the common people without them losing their advanced elements. That's not easy. And Imam al-Haddad was special like that. Imam al-Nawawi was special like that. So among the books that I love to read are the books of Imam al-Haddad, the books of Imam al-Nawawi, and the books of Imam al-Sha'rani. Those three scholars in their respective fields. So you have Imam al-Nawawi, you can say in the scholastic field, Imam al-Haddad in between, and Imam al-Sha'rani in the spiritual field, if I could put it that way. Imam al-Nawawi leaning more to the scholastic side, but he has spirituality. Imam al-Haddad combining both the scholastic side and the intense spiritual side. And Imam al-Sha'rani, who had both, but more leaning to the spiritual side. If you combine all three of them, you have Iman, Islam, and Ihsan in the most excellent way. So those are the three I would recommend. Those three scholars to be engrossed in their books. So we're in Imam al-Haddad. And Imam al-Haddad had great reading in those other two great scholars who came before him. Radiyallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'in. So we reached page 186. Let us begin with Al-Fatiha. Let us start with Al-Fatiha to the soul of Imam al-Haddad and Imam al-Nawawi and Imam Abdul Wahhab al-Sha'rani radiyallahu ta'ala anhum. Al-Fatiha.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. The author, may Allah Ta'ala have mercy on him, said, when he went to Ainat to visit the tomb of Sheikh Abu Bakr ibn Salim, rahimahullah, he found that news of him had preceded him there. A man had gone from Turin to Ainat to tell the Mansib that Abdullah al-Haddad, rahimahullah, had written books and composed poems, intending to make himself the equal of Sheikh Abu Bakr, rahimahullah. Then the Mansib met the Imam in Inat. He said to him, we have heard that you wish to equal Sheikh Abu Bakr. The Imam asked him, who is it who gave Sheikh Abu Bakr what he had? He answered, Allah Ta'ala. Is he still there or is he gone? He asked. He is there, he is there, he is there, he replied. Is he or is he not capable of giving me the same? By that time, the spiritual state that had come over the Mansib had clearly overwhelmed him, for he kept repeating, he can give you the same and more, he can give you the same and more, he can give you the same and more. Then he perfumed the Imam and from then on traveled from Inat to Turin every Sunday to attend the Imam sessions at El Subair.
So here, what do we gather from this? Sheikh Abu Bakr bin Salam, radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he is known as the, how can we put this? The one who is boasted about in existence. Let's say that. He was such a spiritual master. If you read the books of Sheikh Abu Bakr bin Salim, he wrote books when he was like 17 years old. And those books were like at the level of Ibn al-Arabi. Like a teenager talking about spiritual matters. Like, wow. He was a teenager. So when Imam al-Haddad is talking about such a state, he's talking about a master. And so when Imam al-Haddad is looking for such high rank, it's telling us also Jahid to Shahid. Jahid to Shahid. Struggle and you will witness. He's not saying that's above my level. No, 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 no. I'm going to strive to that level. And that was the attitude of Imam al-Haddad. He said, Imam al-Haddad, he said, if, because his sheikh, who's the sheikh of Imam al-Haddad who gave him a spiritual opening? Let's make sure we all together. Don't let the reader down. We're testing each other. We're making sure we're there. Who was the sheikh of Imam al-Haddad? Whom Imam al-Haddad got his spiritual opening from? Don't worry, reader. We're going to test it. Let's see if it works. Come on. Isa, you can't answer. No Isa. Isa's not allowed to answer. Now we're going to make this fair. Oh, no. Isa, didn't I say you can't answer? He said, I was already on the gun, coach. I was already ready. Sheikh Umar bin Abdurrahman al-Attas, right. He was the one who was the sheikh of Imam al-Haddad. So he was with his students. He said, Imam al-Haddad is not from this time. He's from like the time of the 6th and 7th century, earlier scholars. But Allah held him back as a mercy to his time. When they told Imam al-Haddad about that, Imam al-Haddad said, I hear it's nice, but really, I'm from the 3rd and the 2nd generation. I'm from the time of the Salaf, and Allah held me back. He said, if it wasn't out of respect, I would tell you I'm from the companions. And if I would have lived among them, I would have competed with the best of them. Wow. That is what, speaking of the favor of Allah upon him, not boasting. That's how serious he was in striving. He said, his sheikh said he's from the 6th or the 7th century, like the time of Imam al-Ghazali, around that area. When he heard that, when that was reported to him, he said, that's okay. But really, I'm from the Salaf. And if it wasn't, except for my respect, I would have told you I'm from the Sahaba. And if I would have lived in their time, I would have competed with the best of them. Now, how many of us have this attitude? That's real Jahid to Shahid, right? Like, nah, I'm on the mission of getting close to my Lord. And the work I'm willing to put in. I'm not lagging behind making excuses. You know, they were the best of generations and we here. Nope, 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 nope. We must be like them. As it is said, emulate them, even if you are not like them, for emulating the pious is success. Make that effort. And because of that, Imam al-Haddad reached the high ranks of spirituality and remained in them for years. By the time he was like 28, he reached that high level of spirituality, of spiritual mastery, and he stayed in that for years. That high state, while still interacting with creation. Because usually at that high state, people are spiritually uh, annihilated. But Imam Haddad, master. And there's an example. Sheikh Abu Bakr bin Salam, let me see if you remember, where is his connection to Sheikh Umar bin Abdurrahman al-Atas, the Sheikh of Imam al-Haddad? So where's the connection there? This is from our past classes. Let me see what you memorize. How do they link up? Sheikh Abu Bakr bin Salam and Sheikh Umar bin Abdurrahman al-Atas, how do they connect? No, not to Sheikhan Shawkani. No. What's their Senate? How do they connect the chain? It's easy. Anyone got it? Come on, Issa, you can jump in this one. This is going to really test your brain. I'm telling you what it help y'all. It helps me. When you mention the pious, the mercy of Allah descends. When you shake any aspect of the chain, any rank or level of the chain, the whole chain shakes in benefit. So every time you mention them, it's a method, it's an assistance. So then you start to learn them because you like, we unfortunate Masakin, we need all the support we can get. So by mentioning and loving those pious people, till they become like your parents, you know? Go ahead, Issa, get it. Issa got it, mashallah. Habib Umar bin Abdurrahman learned from Hussein bin Abu Bakr bin Salam. So he was the student of the son of Abu Bakr bin Salam. That's the connection. And he named his son after his sheikh. So you have Sheikh Hussein bin Umar bin Abdurrahman al-Atas, who was a great spiritual. So the spiritual master, the spiritual master, the spiritual master. Nam. And Imam al-Haddad, radiallahu ta'ala anhu, benefited from all those spiritual masters. So constantly being in their company and learning from them and hearing their stories help him strive for their ranks. And as Isla put up earlier, that's from the physical world. From the spiritual world, who was his connections? We just mentioned it yesterday. From the spiritual world, from the barzakh, from the intermediate world. Wahid, if you're trying to contact me, you hitting the wrong person. So either send me through Messenger or through WhatsApp, because I'm not getting anything you're trying to get to me. I see it. So you go through Facebook as you are and just send me a message. Go to my page and send me a message. Or, I don't know, you might be doing the wrong WhatsApp number, inshallah. Go ahead. So, from the spiritual world, quickly, Sheikh Abdurrahman, no. Sheikh Abdurrahman as-Saqaf. Okay, who else? Who else? Come on, Isa. Sheikh Umar al-Mihdar. Right, Fatima. And who else? Sheikh al-Aidarus al-Akbar. Right. So he's getting that from the physical realm, these living scholars, and from the spiritual realm, those scholars who had passed, he's getting assistance and support. Now, just imagine if we listen to those who say the dead don't benefit. We're blocking a whole aspect of this deen. By the permission of Allah, those who have passed, their benefit is greater than when they were alive. Write that. Put it up. The pious, after their death, are more beneficial than they were when they were alive. Keep that in your mind. The pious people, after their death, are more beneficial than when they were alive. Of course, by the permission of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. So if you block this whole aspect out, we should be learning from this. Imam al-Haddad benefited. He had the physical chain in the world, right? To Sheikh Abu Bakr bin Salam. So he's learning from his Sheikh, who learned from his Sheikh, who learned from Abu Bakr bin Salam. And he's like, I want that rank. So outwardly, he's seeing the spiritual rank of these masters physically. Then from the intermediate world, those great scholars who were before him, he's benefiting from their spiritual assistance. How is he doing that? He's visiting their graves, their tombs. He's asking Allah by their status. He's reading their books, and that spiritual influence is hitting him. So from both ends, and look what he becomes. This is serious stuff, and it's not spooky. And from our point, you know what it is? It's conviction. That's it. التصديق, right? Conviction. And followed by al-amal. That's it. That's the route. Simple in words, but in practice is a lot because we have to actually work, right? But so the work for us is emulation, right? Emulating them. And even if in one of their qualities. I'm telling you, it works. It works. When I look back, I see it clearly. I just wish I was a better practitioner, right? I could. I wish I was, seriously, because the route is clear. I see it, no doubt, right? Right now, right at this moment, I'm not even present, and we're benefiting from the works of Imam Haddad through our teachers, and we're not even there, but we're there. That's that special connection. They won't let you go. Imam my dad said that. Like when someone attaches to us, we never leave them to shame or to the fire. Right? So we still benefiting. And I watch the steps of the benefit. Now, just for us, is practice. Right? Just try our best to practice. This is the hard part. The first part, once you get it, it doesn't require much work. It just kind of read the signs. You know, they say read the writing on the wall. Okay, it's there. These are the pious people of Allah. This is the house of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. They are your fathers in religion. There is benefit, right? You got that part. So you have a tasdeeq. Now, the hard part is to actually act according to that. You know, what is at minimum, fulfill your obligations, refrain from the prohibitions, then add supererogatory deeds. That's where we're struggling at, right? So we need to work on that so that we can become. But the first level, conviction part, to be convinced, right? And that's what Junaid said, radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. He said, at-tasdeeq bi-ilmina hadha wilaya. That just being convinced in this knowledge of ours is a level of sainthood, is a level of piety, a rank, right? So don't let the denial of those who haven't received block you from striving to receive. Right? And I want you to know, wherever we are, you are with us. Right? Because whatever door we get open, we try to open for you and let you in too. Even if it's a crack. Even if it's a crack. Right? Because I honestly believe if we as a community get this knowledge and get it well, watch out. I think that's why it's so much blocked for us. You know, the shaitan don't want us to have, because he know he's finished if we get it. Subhanallah. So read this. I know this is all on this statement. What Imam al-Haddad is saying in relation to Sheikh Abu Bakr bin Salim. Let me see something. Hold on one second. Oh, I moved. I want to read something to you quick, just so we can keep it in our mind. Sorry, this is my scattered thoughts within this. So, because when this is Imam al-Haddad, before like really implementing this point, right? Al-Habib Abdullah bin Hussein bin Tahir, he said to Habib Aidarus bin Umar al-Habashi, okay, let's make sure we all together, right? Who is Habib Abdullah bin Hussein bin Tahir? When did he die? Who was he and when did he die? So what is he known for? Why we should know him and when did he die? I just don't want to I want us to make sure we get in all this in our minds. Habib Abdullah bin Hussein bin Tahir. What do we know him from and when did he die? Right, okay. Good, y'all got it. MashaAllah. His student was Habib Aidrus bin Umar al-Habashi. What is Habib Umar Aidrus bin Umar al-Habashi? What is he known as and when did he die? So he was the student of Habib Abdullah bin Hussein bin Tahir. Habib Aidrus bin Umar al-Habashi. What was he known as and when did he die? No, son of the Mufti of Mecca. No. You're mixing him up with someone else. That's Habib Muhammad bin Ali bin Muhammad al-Habashi. Habib Ali bin Muhammad al-Habashi, who was the student of Aidrus bin Umar al-Habashi. Go ahead, Isa. He was the Musnid of Hadramaut, the famous scholar who all the chains of narration go through. He died in the year 1314. Good, good. Yes, mashallah. Okay. So Habib Abdullah bin Hussein said to Habib Aidrus bin Umar al-Habashi, he said, ما وقف بنا عدم الوصايا وقلة العلم إنما وقفنا بنا عدم العمل ما وقف بنا excuse me عدم الوصايا وقلة العلم إنما وقف بنا عدم العمل. I think this is so important and we should keep it in mind. He said, what has held us back, that stopped us, it is not the absence of spiritual advice or a little bit of knowledge. That's not what is stopping us. What is stopping us is the absence of practice. Whew. Man, that's a drink. We're being told what to do. We have knowledge available, but we're not putting it into practice. That's what's stopping us from reaching these ranks. But look at Imam al-Haddad. He kept working. He never stopped. Jahid to Shahid. Right? And that's what we should be looking for. Right? Once we have that conviction, now we need to get busy, get to work. Right? SubhanAllah. The door is open. Let's enter. And you know what we are doing? I'm going to give you a secret. You'll see this years later, even if I'm not here. We're planting seeds, and the generation that's going to come after us, inshallah ta'ala, will have fertile soil and some grass and vegetation that has begin to grow, and they're just going to water it till it becomes fruit-bearing trees. Mark my words, inshallah ta'ala. And that succeeding generation was produced without us even really realize what we were doing. But we have to do our part. So we have to learn and practice enough so when our goods return to us, we're ready. We're ready. And this is getting ready. This is getting ready. And in our communities, this stuff ain't talked about in general. It's like, you know. So we have to develop just a start of attachment and love. You know, that's where it starts. All right, we'll pause here. MashaAllah. I would like all of you who don't have this book to get this book. We're going to read it. We read in it before, but we're going to be doing more reading in it. Right? Because it is it's a way for us to get more understanding and attachment to Imam al-Haddad. Uh, because we need a practical living model of that, right? Imam al-Haddad, radiallahu ta'ala anhu, is the is a pillar in all of what we're talking about. And remember, it's going to look different for each of us. It's not going to look exactly the same, which is unique. Everybody has their way, but the foundations will be the same. And the foundations are 5. What is the 5 in our 3453 code? So the foundations are the 5. What is the 5 in the 3453 code? Allahu Akbar. Last question. Allahu Akbar. What is the 5? You know, we have 3453. What is the 5? No, that's 3. 5. Right. The 5 is al-ilm, al-amal, al-ikhlas, al-wara, al-khawf min Allah ta'ala. Is knowledge, practice, sincerity, scrupulousness, and fear of Allah. That's what Imam al-Haddad said. He summarized the path into those 5 things. Right? So for us, just the 3, 4, 5, 3 keeps all these things that we need to do. That's all we need to do in the deen. If you do 3, 4, 5, 3, you got everything. It's an easy way for you to know what you have to do. If you just understood 3, 4, 5, 3 well, you have everything you need to know. It's the foundation of the deen in 4 numbers. Everything you need to know. May Allah make it easy. May Allah make it easy. Just look at it. We're doing our part. Don't pay attention to nothing else. Just say, I'm doing my part. Right? If you do your part, Allah will make the rest easy. Just do your part. But know how much you can do. Know your capacity. Don't underestimate yourself. Don't put yourself down. Do your part. Right? Do your part. Don't lag behind. We're on a mission. We have a job to do. Even if some don't understand it, doesn't change the fact that we have a job to do. Right? We have a job to do. We're gatekeepers. We must protect the borders. We gatekeepers. We have to work. Even if you feel alone, you're not. That's why the connection is important. Even if you physically are alone, from the side of spiritual support and connection, you're never alone if you really realize what you have. So still work. Sometimes you get those moments, you're like, man, this is overwhelming. But all those who went before us, they had the same challenges in relation to their environments. Something happened to me on Tuesday that really, really showed me keep working. Keep working. Just keep working. Don't worry about the results. Keep working. Allah will take care of the rest. We are making a lot of progress. And sometimes it's good that you don't realize your own progress. Because sometimes when you're ahead, you start to slack off. But when you think you're behind, you work harder. So there's a wisdom in that sometimes. Right? But a lot of doors are opening. A lot. You know, we just got to keep working. Don't stop. Have high himma, high aspirations, lofty aspirations. And don't lag behind. Don't lag behind. Really embody the meaning of jahid to shahid. Struggle and you will witness. Don't, there's two words, easy. Imam al-Haddad said, jahid to shahid. And each and every one of us have our portion of that. Each and every one of us have our portion of that. I'm going to stop after this. Can we all put that up? Let's close out with that. That's Imam al-Haddad. Since we're talking about Imam al-Haddad, let's end with that. Jahid to shahid. Let's everyone put it up. Let's not forget those two words. Make it become the words we are known by. When people think of us, they think of that, jahid to shahid. When they see us, they think of that, jahid to shahid. That's it. Keep going. And be like Imam al-Haddad. I want to reach that rank. If Allah did it for him, he could do it for us. Let's keep going. Let's keep striving. Let's keep working. These are beneficial medicines. Take the medicine from the best of doctors. Take the medicine. It's going to make us all well. Let's do it. Barakallahu bikum, insha'Allah, tabaraka wa ta'ala. May Allah grant us success. Inshallah, we'll see you tomorrow, inshallah. Today is Friday, Jumu'ah. May you all have a good Jumu'ah. And since it is Jumu'ah, inshallah, everyone can read Surah Al-Kahf. That's part of that striving, right? Or whatever is easy from you among it. Even if it's a few verses, read it, right? Even if it's one verse, with the intention of improving your state, right? Inshallah, step by step, we will arrive. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Barakallahu bikum. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.